Hey everyone, you probably know why you're seeing me right now. I mean, pretty exciting time right now. Big choices coming up. Yep, that's right. The Cardinals are going to select the next pope. Wait, what? You're expecting me to talk about NISG elections? Oh, right. NISG elections happen every February at the University of Northern Iowa, and over the past 2 years, somehow, I've become known as some sort of campus expert, guru, election person. At his sister's wedding this summer, Trevor Buckman came up to me and was like, "I love your NISG election coverage." Weird things happen in my life. So, this year's a little bit different for me. I am actually not on campus right now. I'm student teaching this semester, and so I'm not in Cedar Falls. I won't be around for most of it. But that doesn't mean that I don't still care. So, I'm still doing this. Let me just remind you before I start that I'm not any sort of qualified expert of any sort, and I've never claimed to be much. I care about UNI and its future, and I want to be a part of it because I have the right to. I've chosen to speak up and discuss these elections every year in a very public way with you, and that's the only reason why I'm in this position. This first video today is basically my initial impression of all 3 of the sets of candidates. I took some notes. The first pair of candidates that I'm going to talk about are Tom Madsen and Blake Findley. Their campaign slogan is "Serving You, Serving UNI." I'd say that I know both Tom and Blake pretty darn well. I also would consider myself pretty close with all of their campaign team as well. Sarah Krim is their campaign manager, Paige Leadham is the assistant campaign manager, Jacob Lewis is their financial director, and Jocelyn Adalpe is the co-director of platform research, and Jocelyn is the only one on this entire team that I don't know. I always do full disclaimers with you guys, so full disclaimer, I would consider most of the people on this team friends of mine, and I did receive an email from Sarah inviting me to join their team. I didn't even have to make a decision on that because, as I said, I'm not on campus, so I can't be that involved in anything this year. The first thing I did for Tom and Blake was I watched their video. Their video was really fun, it was well made, it gave me some of the reasons why they're running, and it gave me an overall impression of them as people. I really liked it. The next thing I did was follow them on Twitter, and then I checked out their website. But from what I understand, they're having website troubles, so they're running on a secondary one right now. I mean, that happens to all of us, right? Technology issues. In scanning their platform, I noted that their platform is the most comprehensive out of all of the sets of candidates. Things that I noticed quickly were they want to improve the NISG website, they want to include a rate your employer, rate your landlord function, which I thought was really interesting. To do weekly vlogs and blogs and how-to videos. How-to videos seem to be like how to pay your U-bill, things like that. And if anyone else feels like I do about the new UNI website and how hard it is to figure out, those would be really helpful, especially for people like freshmen, but even for people like seniors who still can't figure out some of the things on the website. Weekly vlogs and blogs are a huge commitment. Actually, my New Year's resolution was to do weekly vlogs, and I struggled to find time to make a video. They want to have a public forum every semester, which to me sounds like kind of a State of the Union address, except it would be State of the University. I don't know, it sounds cool. And their sustainability section of their platform is really comprehensive, lots of ideas, lots of detail. The second set of candidates is Kaylee White and Alicia Jessup. And Kaylee is obviously the student body vice president this year, and I got to know her during campaign time last year, and I know Alicia a moderate amount. Their team is Steph McGraw as their campaign manager, Jordan Wilms is their director of outreach, Aaron Friel is their social media director, and Adam Shannon is their webmaster. And they had graphic design work by Alex Sandbotha and Quinn Jones. I know several of the people on their team as well. I wouldn't say that I'm good friends with any of them, but I know several of them. Their campaign slogan is Inform, Involve, Inspire. The first thing that I did with them was also to watch their video, and I was extremely impressed with their video. It shows a montage of Cedar Falls area scenes with a voiceover by Kaylee, and then it has Kaylee and Alicia discussing things that they love about UNI, why they care, things like that. I was just blown away by their video, and made a really good first impression on me. Then I followed them on Twitter. A first run through of their platform. I noticed they want to do NISG how-to videos, so more like how a group can get funding from NISG, that sort of thing, which I think would be really helpful. Students might be more likely to watch a short video than to read directions on how to do something like that. They're the only candidates to mention our new university president, Dr. Rudd, in their platform. Before I even started reading anyone's platform, I was going to mention in this video that these elections are super important because this is going to be the first student body president and vice president who have a relationship with this new university president. They're going to be the ones who determine whether or not he is involved in student government types of things. So I thought it was very important that they mentioned him in their platform. They mentioned building a relationship with him and making sure that he stays involved. They mentioned pedestrian safety, surveys and solutions for that intersection by 23rd Street. And they also mentioned a campus map with handicapped entrances marked on it to buildings, which I thought was a fantastic idea, because we do have some handicap accessible entrances, but we have some that definitely aren't. And it's not fair that someone who already has to get around in a wheelchair or something has to wander all around the outside of the building to figure out which door they can go in. The third group of candidates is David Pope and Katie Grassi. Their slogan is "We're different." I'd say that I know of David and Katie. They don't list any of their team on their website. I don't know if they have a team. I don't know. David and Katie, I think, know that they're very much the underdogs in this race, but they're kind of playing on that. They're playing on a very personal level. They want you to know who they are and what they're about. You can read very extensive life stories about each of them on their website. And they have what they call their passions instead of their platform. They mention dead days before finals, which honestly, dead days, like 1 or 2 days, which they mention, seems much more feasible to me than a dead week, so maybe they could actually get some progress on that. Things like those student teaching and having internships, not paying tuition to UNI, or not full tuition. And I'll be honest, I'm student teaching right now. I'm paying tuition, and it's kind of stupid. I would love if I were paying some amount that I feel is more indicative of what UNI is actually giving me this semester, because I'm not getting as much from the university as I do in other semesters. But I don't know how far they're going to get with the administration on that. The strongest and longest part of their platform is the LGBT and other diversities section. Both David and Katie identify as LGBT in some way, and I think they're both pretty well known on campus for being activists for those people. David and Katie don't have Twitter as of right now, and they also don't have video as of right now. Not that you need either one of those things, but I think more and more students are using Twitter, so I would suggest getting one. I still care so much about UNI. Even though it's my last semester, even though I'm graduating, I want it to be left in the best possible hands for next year. Keep paying attention, keep being informed, go Panthers.